Greetings. I'm Reverend Jennifer Cormier, ceremonial artist and proud creator of this podcast. In my recent private work, I've been helping successful women release the pressure they put on themselves so they can feel at peace and have way more fun in their lives. This is exactly what we do at the Grace Collective, a virtual spiritual community of soulful, big hearted creatives who value authentic connection and joy. At the Grace Collective, we practice keeping our hearts open and our sense of humor in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Just like you, we've each moved through various life losses and we've risen up through the ashes. We're leaders, artists, healers, aunties, mothers, grandmothers who gather to heal, grow, and create together. We honor our bodies, the earth, and all beings as sacred, knowing that nature, friendship, and laughter are all good medicine for the soul. We meet at the intersection of spirituality, embodiment, and creativity as part of our activism and our legacy. So I welcome you if you are a soulful woman looking for more community, creativity, laughter, and fun. I invite you to join the Grace Collective. We're offering our listeners 1 month of membership as a gift. Visit www.gracecollective.us and check out the show notes for more details. I look forward to connecting with you there. Until then, I send warmth and gratitude from my heart to yours. Welcome to the Walk Through Grief with Grace podcast, a space for human hearts to gather around stories of loss and love. I'm Jenn Cormier, your grief guide and host. It is my honor to have you join us through this sacred act of listening. May you receive something here that you need, something that is healing and calls forth your compassionate heart. We are so glad you're here. Welcome. Today we have a really special guest. We interviewed Dr. Debbie Meitz on our last episode, and we have her here to guide us in a really unique Daoist practice that is an energy cultivation and connection between the heart and the pelvis and the sexual organs. And I'll let her explain it a little bit to us, and then she's going to take us through the practice.
Yes, thanks, Jen. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be with you and with all of you wonderful listeners and viewers. So thank you for being here. So this is a really special and deep practice about connecting these very sacred parts of ourselves that we don't always connect, which is our heart and our sexual organs. So this practice is really something that can be used by people of any gender. I personally work primarily with women, but sometimes with couples in my practice. And so this is something that's very valuable um, and something very basic, but super powerful. So I invite you to just let yourself go and be with this practice and see what develops and what comes up and surfaces for you because it's actually quite profound even though it's in its simplicity is how I would put it. So I'm going to probably be using the terms that reflect or refer to a woman's body because that's kind of just where I default in my work, but please don't think that if you're a man or an other gendered person, that this excludes you, because it certainly does not. All of us have sacred sexual organs and a beautiful, loving heart. And that's what this is all about. So I'm going to invite you just to ground for a moment. It is a nice way to move into this practice. So let your feet sit on the ground beneath you. And as you inhale, I want you to connect deeply to the earth, all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. And then as you inhale, draw that earth energy up through your legs, into your pelvis, to the place, your perineum, the area that's between your genitals and your anus. And inhaling further, bring that energy up the core channel, the center of the body, and out your crown, out the top of your head, connecting to the energy of the heavens and the cosmos. And then allowing yourself to feel that beautiful heavenly cosmic energy, and connecting to spirit, to source, and for what is real to you in the spiritual realm. And then breathing that energy as you exhale in, back into the crown, down the core channel, back to the perineum, out your legs, and into the earth. That you are feeling the presence of the heavens and the earth as a resource for your own sacred energy. Allowing yourself to feel centered, balanced, and energetic, and whole. And do that one more time on your own. Breathing up to the heavens. And bringing the heavens back through your core channel, into your crown, through your core channel, into the perineum, and out to your legs, into the earth. Feeling the sense of grounding. And allowing for possibility. Now I'd like to invite you to put one hand over your heart and one hand over your sexual organs. And for women, I'm going to use the term yoni. And by that, I mean all of the sexual organs, all of the parts, all of our sacred sexual parts and organs. And know that the energy of all of your sexual organs is there. Even if one or more of those parts are no longer present in your physical body, energetically, your yoni, all of your sexual organs are here, are with you. So I invite you to relax, sit back, and feel a golden stream of light coming into your crown and into your heart. And let your heart expand and open up completely to a sense of unconditional love, absolute acceptance, joy, feeling a sense of honor, self-respect, sense of connection, compassion, and belonging. So allow your heart to fill with all of its natural feelings, compassion, gratitude, passion, joy, and excitement. And let your heart bask in this light and in this unconditional love space. And now I invite you to take a deep breath and to follow your breath with your attention. And let your breath move into your sexual organs, your uterus, your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your cervix, your vagina, the vulva and the clitoris, the G-spot, all of these sacred, juicy, sexual parts of you. And let your breath move with your attention from your heart into your sacred sexual organs and from your sexual organs, from your yoni, back into your heart. Letting your love, unconditional love, flow into your yoni, blessing and connecting with your sacred sexual organs, your sacred sexual vitality. And letting your breath and your energy move from your yoni back up to and through your heart. Letting the energy move back and forth as you breathe from your heart to your yoni and from your yoni back to your heart. And allow there to be a deep and sacred connection between these two very sacred parts of who you are. We don't want to store this sexual energy in our hearts because the heart is a very sensitive organ. But you can let the sexual energy move in and out, flowing through your heart, so that your yoni is infused with unconditional love and that your heart can be infused with the sacredness of your sexual energy. And allow yourself to go deeper into this sacred connection between these beautiful parts of who you are. And I invite you, as you allow this opening, this connection to feel more real for you, I invite you to ask your heart if the heart has anything it would like to communicate to your yoni. Does your heart have something to say to your sacred sexual organs? Whatever that communication is, let it be. And thank your heart for what it has to share with your sexual organs. And now I invite you to ask your yoni if it has anything that it would like to share with your heart. What does your heart, what does your yoni want to say to your heart? What is the communication? And allow that to be communicated. And thank your yoni for sharing its truth with your heart. And allow yourself to go deeper into this sacred connection. Allowing your heart and your sexual energy, your sexual organs to be connected. For there to be communication, an open communication, an open energy pathway between these two very special parts of who you are. And I invite you to let this be the beginning of a new relationship between your heart and your yoni. And to allow it to expand. This is a beautiful way to start your day or to finish your day. Or any time that you want to just feel the energy of these two very special places in yourself, these two different but connected energies that are alive and vital inside of you, that energize and infuse your life force, and your expression in this world. And then I invite you to spread this energy, the sacred union of your pelvis and your heart, to let this beautiful energy spread throughout your entire body. Energizing and infusing every cell, every organ, every part of who you are. And I allow you just to sit for a moment and let this energy really be absorbed into every cell of your body. Mm. Letting your breath move back and forth between your sexual organs and your sacred loving heart. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes and come back to the room. Mm. And see how you feel. For some of you, this may be the first time that you've ever actually connected your heart to your sexuality or to your sexual organs, really just loving your sexual organs just as they are, and letting the sacred connection be real for you. Mm.
Thank you, Dr. Debbie.
Oh, thank you, Jenn. It's an honor to do this precious work.
I feel like that's complete. Is there anything else that feels like it needs to be said about this practice or?
No, except to say that this is a very basic concept, but that it can blossom out and grow in so many ways.
Mhm,
And that I just encourage you to let that happen
mhm.
for yourself, to not let this be a one off, not a one night stand, but a deep a relationship that is allowed to deepen
Yeah.
and to flourish and to take on all of its dimensions.
Mm,
Because the more I do this practice, the more I experience through it, and that experience will change, has changed over time. I've been doing it for years, and a lot of people come back and tell me, that was actually the most foundational part of healing all of their sexual wounds
mm,
and connecting um, spirituality and love to sexuality, which are things that we often see as very distinct and different,
mhm.
um, certainly in our society, but that they're actually uh, very intricately and deliciously linked to each other in a very sacred and powerful and honorable way that we can be open to, and that can transform us as we let that happen to us, within us.
Thank you so much. And I would imagine if that this practice, if it resonates with you, could be done daily. And that
Oh,
message, that wisdom and the message from each center to one another, that wisdom could be quite profound. It felt pretty profound for me today. So thank you.
Oh, awesome. That's beautiful. Yes. And it takes on an energetic quality to it as well. So we open up pathways between these parts of ourselves as we repeat these practices. So it will take on some new flavors and some new dimensions. So I honor you for doing this, and I welcome you and invite you to continue to let this dialogue, let this communication happen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Debbie. And we'll put in the show notes your info for folks who were inspired by this practice and would like to connect with you on a deeper level.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jenn.
Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for being a listener to this podcast. We really want to stay in touch with you long term. So, if you don't already receive our e-newsletter, we'd love to offer you inspiration, insights, and news about how things are evolving and how we can support you on your journey. So, at the top of the Walk Through Grief with Grace website, that's walkthroughgriefwithgrace.com, you'll see a yellow button and you can sign up for our free gift, and that will put you on our e-newsletter list and we can stay in touch with you. So thank you so much for your spirit and your presence, and we will see you soon. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for listening. You are a vital part of this podcast. You are why we are here. Let us close today by placing a hand on our hearts and a hand on our bellies, feeling our breath move through our bodies. May we feel connected. May we be at peace. May we be love. As we breathe, let us acknowledge that in this moment we are, in fact, alive, and this is a miraculous gift. Let's bow our heads gently to our hearts. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing something healing and kind in this moment right now. We give great thanks. We give great thanks. We give great thanks. And it is done until next time. May you walk gently out in the world and be gentle and loving with yourself. Much love from my heart to yours, and bye for now.